What are your thoughts right now?
Why are we're going inside?
Of Tin Roof, yes we are.
Is someone in there waiting for us?
There might be. What is happening? What is it?
Whatever all this is leading to.
What do you think it's leading to?
Sally, is it really leading? Are we really doing it in Tin Roof?
Our wish for you and James, as you begin your life together, is that you would love Jesus first and seek His will and trust His promises. In all relationships, there will be trials and tribulations, but keep the focus on the Rock of Ages.
Who are all these
James freaking Michael Hart, man. You made it. This is you and Catherine's big weekend, and I could not be more proud of both of you. James, when I sat down and thought what I wanted to say in this video, I started taking notes and writing stuff down, and then I thought, if James were to shoot this video, how would he do it? And James, you'd probably do it from the toilet. Now, I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to try and keep this as much off the cuff as I can. James, we had a couple classes together in high school, not that many, but a few, and I'd be giving a presentation at the front of the classroom, and you'd be sitting in the front row because that's where the teacher made you sit. And you'd be looking at me, giving me crazy, ridiculous faces, making some noises, and just trying to get me to laugh during my presentation. And a lot of times you would. And James, yes, you were a distraction for me in the classroom. But more importantly for me, James, you were the distraction in life that I needed. A lot of times it was your distraction that steered me right. And got me right back on the right path that I needed to be. Your distractions pulled me out of tough situations and taught me that if I live my life through Jesus and look for His guidance in every area, then we'll come out all right on the other side. And for that, James, I'm forever thankful. Catherine, James is one lucky dude. Believe it or not, the first time I met you was actually over FaceTime in a conversation with James, and he was zoomed in on your face about this close for about an hour and a half conversation. I'm not sure if you were aware of that, but it happened. Catherine, to hear James talking about you is something that I've never heard out of James' heart. Just getting emotion out of James is always interesting, but you pull it out of him like no one I've ever seen. And you and James' relationship is a awesome proponent of what a Christ-centered relationship looks like. And I can't wait to see what the future has for both of y'all. I love y'all both. Here's to Catherine and James.
Hey Catherine and James, it is such an honor to be a part of your big day today, and just reminiscing back to the first time I met James, I remember from the very first time I met him, he made dinner for me and Catherine, and it was amazing to see how he loved Catherine and how he pursued her and how their relationship was centered with Christ at the forefront of it, and it's just an honor to be a part of your relationship and see it from the beginning. Jake and I love y'all so much, and we can't wait to see what the Lord has in store for you in the future. Congratulations.
Hey James and Catherine. James, brother, we've known each other for a long time now. I remember playing outside together when we were in Birmingham. I remember when you fell in love with basketball and rap music. I also remember when you fell out of love with basketball and rap music and traded in for country music and hunting and fishing. Man, I've been there for a lot of firsts with you. Your first deer, your first fish, now your first and only wife. James, it comes as no shock to me that you're getting married first. You've always been a little bit smoother with the ladies than I have. But it also comes as no shock to me how much you're going to care and love Catherine, because as your oldest friend, I know that's just the kind of guy you are. I hope that this day is something that you guys are going to remember forever, and I wish all the love and happiness on you guys in the world.
Hey James and Catherine, I am so excited that this weekend is finally here. We've been looking forward to this for so many months, and I'm super pumped to be here celebrating with you guys. Catherine, I am so blessed and so excited to be gaining you as a sister and as a friend. I look forward to many more Orange Theory classes with you when you come to visit. James is just such an incredible person and has set such a great example for me in how to live my life with Christ. He showed me how to proudly proclaim my faith and how to lead others to the Lord. And as you know, he also has his goofy side and just has a way of making others laugh. I remember I was in middle school and it was my birthday, and he somehow managed to get on the announcements to wish me a happy birthday. And so I remember I was in sixth grade and I was sitting in class and I immediately heard this loud voice scream over the intercom, "Happy birthday, Ting Tao." And if you didn't know, Ting Tao is a Chinese beer. So that was an extremely uncomfortable situation for me as a sixth grader, but in a great way for me to look back and just see how James has made me laugh. James, I am so happy and so excited that you found Catherine. Y'all complement each other in incredible ways, and I am so thankful that the Lord brought y'all together. I'm also thankful that she got you to sign up for Orange Theory. But I'm praying blessings over y'all and y'all's future. Y'all have set such a great example for me in how to have a relationship with someone that is centered in Christ, and I'm so thankful for that. I'm so excited for tomorrow, and I love y'all.
Hey, James and Catherine. First of all, I just want to thank you guys so much for letting me be a part of your big day. James, I'm pumped to stand up there next to you, bro. Very, very honored, very humbled, and just really looking forward to it. My first couple thoughts about James. So I met James freshman year. We went to Auburn together. James and I were in the same pledge class. My first two thoughts about James: one, this guy's country is a turnip green, and two, this guy is a lot more spiritually mature than I am. I don't ever think that that James and I would really be good friends. Well, one of those proved to be right, and that being the former. But as far as the latter, kind of going into college, James and I were good buddies. Didn't really start hanging out and becoming good friends until I'd say about junior year. And James and my friendship was formed through a series of very, very difficult events in our life that we just locked arms and we did life together for the remaining 2 years of Auburn. We cried together, we laughed together, we hugged each other, we helped each other through some really tough and traumatic stuff. And that's just kind of how our friendship was born. And so thankful to God, so thankful for James during that time. And I can confidently say I wouldn't be where I am today if it hadn't been for James and him kind of helping me along during that time. Catherine, it's been so fun getting to hang out with you and getting to know you, I guess, over the past year and a half or so. You and James are a perfect fit, and I get so tickled watching you guys hang out, and it's such a fun dynamic. And y'all are a perfect fit. So again, I love you guys. I'm sorry if this video is like way less professional than the other guys, but anyway, thank y'all again for letting me be a part of your big day. And I'm just pumped for tomorrow and to be standing up there next to you guys. Love you guys.
Hey, James and Catherine. I am so excited. Today is finally here. My prayer for you is that there's going to be good days and bad days in your marriage. There's going to be days that you fail and mess up, but that every day you give each other grace upon grace upon grace. One of my favorite memories is when James called me to ask me to be a part of your proposal. I'll never forget sitting in James's house with Chris waiting on you to pull up. And when you pulled up, I ran out and gave you a hug and the first note to lead you to different notes to finally get to James for your proposal. That meant the absolute world to me, James, for you to include me in that special moment. Catherine, you are like a sister to me. I'm so thankful for all the memories we've had in the past and all the wonderful memories we will have in the future. Cheers to the future hearts. I love y'all.
Hey James, hey Catherine. I'd like to start my video off with a little bit of advice for Catherine. So Catherine, as you may know, I lived with James for 2 years of my life in Auburn. And if there's anything I learned in that time, it's that if James ever says, I have a great idea, you should be concerned immediately. And the example of that I'd like to share with everybody is one day I'm sitting in our apartment. James and Michael are both gone, and I'm studying. I have a test the next day, and James bursts in the door. He's like, dude, I have a great idea. I'm like, okay, let's hear it. And he goes, we should go mudding. I was like, all right, where are we going to go? And he says, I found this road that's in the middle of Auburn, and like 10 minutes from here, it's public land. We can't get in trouble for it. Let's go. I was like, all right, sounds good. So we go out there, and we spend some time driving up and down this road and having a good time. And as I'm pulling off the road, I'm looking up the street a little bit where the blacktop starts, and there's a cop sitting there. And I immediately knew that this wasn't going to end well, so the cop ends up stopping us. And long story short, we almost got arrested because it turns out that land was actually owned by Alabama Power. So that's just an example in my life of how the words I have a great idea from James have affected me. But in all seriousness, I do want to say that, Catherine, you can rest assured you're marrying a truly great person. I'm sure you know that, but James has always been an incredibly persistent and consistent friend in my life. He takes the time to get to know people and really works at building relationships, and I know that's going to serve you guys well in your marriage. He's the person that convinced me to go to Auburn, and he's the person that set me up with my wife. As much as it pains me to give him credit for that in a public setting, I have to. And so, James, thank you for that. I love both you guys, and really excited to celebrate with you.
Hey, Catherine. Hey, James. I am seriously so excited for you guys to get married. Catherine, we've been through a lot of life together. I think the most memorable thing that we've ever done was definitely just having you baptizing me. I think that your faith in the Lord and your confidence to proclaim the Lord is something that I admire in a really big way. I think that the way that you are bold in proclaiming Jesus in the big things in your life, in your marriage, in your relationships, and in your profession, and then the ways that you proclaim Jesus in the little ways, just by making sure that everyone around you knows what's true and knows how God feels about them, knows how you feel about them, and knows that they're just really loved by you and by the Lord. I think that's something that I definitely admire about you. James, I am just in awe that Catherine found someone to spend the rest of her life with that's as amazing as you. I'm not really surprised at all, but yeah, you're a pretty great guy. I think that that really clicked for me when you had the humility to ask JD and I, after we just been married for a few short months, hey, like what makes your marriage look like this, or what advice do you have for someone who wants to get married? And I think that we were so new to marriage that no one had ever really asked us that. But just the way that you come with a humble attitude, a humble heart to seek wisdom from people, the way that you lead Catherine to love the Lord more, that all means a lot to me as a friend of Catherine's. And I just pray that your marriage is fun. I pray that your marriage glorifies God. I pray that your marriage just puts on display the love that Christ had for us. And yeah, I love you guys a lot, and I can't wait to see you get married tomorrow.
James and Catherine getting married. Golly. Time has flown. I mean, I was talking with Maggie about this the other day. I think that it has just been a flash since y'all started dating, and obviously even quicker since y'all got engaged. And I can remember the day that James was telling me that he thought he was gonna propose, and he was kind of nervous, but wasn't quite willing to admit it and stuff like that. And I just remember thinking, man, I just know exactly what you're feeling. But I'm so pumped up for y'all. I know the Lord is just going to look after you, and you got a massive group of support behind you, family and friends and whatnot. And Mags and I wish y'all all the best. And Catherine, I just need you to be aware of one very important thing. James uses an enormous amount of ketchup with anything that you can possibly use with ketchup, that you can eat with ketchup. He probably goes through about a half a bottle a day, so you maybe a gallon a week or something like that's what you should anticipate. I just want to let you know you can just start budgeting for that now. Anyway, love you guys, and let's get y'all married. See ya.
Hey, Kathy and hey, Miz. First of all, I really hope that you two embrace those nicknames, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be calling you that for the rest of my life. I'm so excited that this weekend is finally here. We have been anticipating it for so many months now and getting ready, and I just cannot wait to see the look on both of your faces tomorrow and how they just light up with joy and love as Kathy heads towards you, James, at the front of the venue tomorrow. I cannot wait to see the things that the Lord is going to bless the two of your lives with, because I know without a shadow of a doubt that the two of you have based this relationship on the Lord from day one. And I'm so grateful for James, because I know that he looks after me and Anna in the same way that he looks after Jillian and Lindsay. And James, get ready, because joining our crew is going to be like a roller coaster ride. And I cannot wait to sit beside you and hold my hands up, because James and Genuine, we got to stick together. I love both of you, and I cannot wait to celebrate.
James and Catherine, I'm super excited to be a part of y'all's big day. Catherine, as you know, James has been a huge part of my life. James, as you know, you've been a huge part of my life, and the journey that God has had me on for years, and I'm just so thankful to have somebody like you, a friend like you to walk through life with, to walk through faith with, and as many great stories as I have, and as many appearances as you will make in my memoir one day, if I ever eventually actually write it. James, you more than anything have just been a consistent friend for the journey. And I just really can't thank God enough for the influence you've had on my life, the understanding that you give as a friend, and the way that you treat me like a brother, and treat all of us who are a part of your big day as brothers. And we just can't thank you enough. I just pray that this weekend is a testament and a testimony to God's love that has affected both of you in such obvious ways, and that your marriage from here on out will be a testimony, a story of God's love to the rest of the world. I love y'all. Catherine, I'm super excited that you get to be a part of James's family, and James gets to be a part of yours. Y'all are both really awesome, and I love you a lot. Blessings.
Hey, Catherine and James. We could not be more excited for you guys. Catherine, we have prayed for you and crossed our fingers for you for so many years now, mainly because we needed someone else to help bear the responsibility of James' heart. As we all know, it's a lot, but it's definitely worth it. James is full of so much wisdom, and he will talk your ever-loving ear off, but he really does have a lot of good things to say most of the time, even when you don't want to hear it. And Catherine, I know you're such a good listener, and for the most part, like all of us, you appreciate what he has to say, and I just love the way that you look up to him, and I know he for sure looks up to you, and you guys just, I think, balance each other really well. I remember before James even said who you were, he just said that you guys were going on a date. Mom and I, being the creepers that we are, already knew who you were. We looked you up, we found your name, we saw you were in law school, and we saw that you were like an editor or something of some law magazine, I think, and I said, nope, no, that's definitely not gonna work. But here we are, so God has somewhat of a sense of humor for making that work. Never thought that James would marry a lawyer girl, but shoot for the stars, right, James? You did well. But anyways, we're so excited for you guys. Catherine and I could not be more excited to gain you as a sister. And I just thank you guys so much for being such a good example to me. And I can't wait to see what the Lord has in store for you both.
Hey James, hey Catherine, happy wedding weekend. I'm so excited to be here with y'all and to spend the weekend just celebrating and loving on y'all as you enter into the journey that is marriage. One of the biggest things that I wish for you both, and I pray for both of you, is that you enjoy the ordinary moments in life with one another. That has been one of the things that I have loved most about being married, is the way that God works in the ordinary moments of your life, and to have someone who you love very much spend those ordinary moments with you is something that's so special. One of my favorite moments of Catherine is that we have spent a lot of time in the Hickory House kitchen, cooking and sharing ideas. Catherine is always my goal when it comes to cooking. I've always been so impressed with her in that. And also our love of the Avett brothers. I remember when she got her record player and we listened to Avett on vinyl on her record player. I couldn't help but feel like that was a kindred spirit moment between the two of us, and I'm so blessed to have memories of a sweet, loving, wonderful friend like Catherine. James, I remember the first time you came to our tailgate, and we had a very lengthy discussion about Auburn and a very lengthy discussion about Carolina. And I just wanted to say that I have worked very, very hard on trying to get Catherine to be a Carolina Gamecock forever, ever, amen, and to be a diehard football fan. The Carolina part I think I'm okay on. Football I'm not so sure on. But you are not to convert her into an Auburn Tiger. That is very important to me. But all jokes aside, I am so blessed to be here beside you, and I wish y'all all the best. Love you so much.
Hey y'all, it's Corey. Sitting in the Civic, and I just wanted to take a minute and celebrate you too. The Lord has done such a great work in you both, and I'm so thankful that He set you two aside for one another. And I know that He is delighted to be in this place today and celebrate the coming together of His two children that He loves. And I just want to just share how excited I am for you both, and just the way that I've seen the Lord shape you both through this season of dating and this season of engagement. Catherine, in the way that you lovingly and honorably submit to James, but are challenge him well and press him to be better and to grow closer to Christ. And James, the way that you love Catherine so sacrificially, the way that you die to yourself to honor her and to cherish her gifts. It's such a good example of what a godly relationship is to look like, and I'm grateful that I get a front row seat. So yeah, that being said, I mean, I'm just so excited for you two. I'm so excited to be your brother-in-law, and I just can't wait for a lifetime of stories and laughter and Kathy's jokes, and just an opportunity to see how the Lord continues to work in your lives. And just a way to encourage you, the Lord has promised that He will supply whatever you both lack. And I pray that the Lord makes that clear to you both, and that you two can just rest in the fact, rest in the gospel, that the Lord is enough and He will supply your very needs. I love you guys. I'm so excited for you both, and yeah, go get them tomorrow.
Hey, Catherine and James. I can't believe this weekend is finally
here. It has gone by so fast for me, but I know that it has felt like an eternity for both of you. This is such a sweet weekend, and I am so excited that I get to stand right beside Catherine and watch you guys walk into a covenant marriage together before all of our friends and all of our family. I just am so excited that James gets to share with Catherine a lot of things that I have shared with her, and I'm so excited that James, you get to slide into the best friend role and the husband role. Yeah, I'm so excited for both of y'all, and have a wonderful, wonderful, happy marriage.
James, I cannot tell you how thrilled I am that you and Catherine have found each other. Although we've only spent limited time together, it's quality, not quantity, right? It's easy to see how wonderful of a man you are and how you fill your surroundings with your sense of calm and lighthearted joy. It's been an absolute pleasure to get to know you as you've developed your love story with Catherine. She's so fortunate to have you. Catherine, we might not have hit it off that first year at PGS, but I wouldn't have it any other way considering where we are now. I don't know if I'll ever find the words to describe how much your friendship means to me, how much you inspire me, or how much of an impact you've had on my life through the years. We may not see each other every day, or week, or month for that matter, but inevitably we never miss a beat when we do reconnect. And as I said to James, I am overjoyed that you have him. It's not difficult to get a sense of your compassion, and he is a lucky man to have you in his life. Now to you both. If I can speak candidly, I think true love and soulmates are phrases fit for fairy tales and storybooks. But with you, James and Catherine, anyone can sense the pure love that exists between you, something sincerely genuine that also fills those in your presence. You have found your counterpart, your support system or sidekick, depending on the day, but most importantly, your best friend, the person you want to spend every day with, and then one more. I wish you a lifetime of joy and learning and faithfulness and the occasional tequila shot when I make my way to Colombia. It's been a wonderful adventure thus far from the sidelines, and I cannot wait to see where this life takes you two together.
Hey James, my boy. So happy for you to see you finally marry the woman that you love so much. I remember when you two first met was at Tin Roof. You locked eyes on Catherine and you were with her the whole entire night. And I knew right then and there that you really loved this girl and that you really wanted to make her your wife. It didn't take you long to figure that out, and that's just true love at first sight. So I've been very excited to walk with you on this journey, you and Catherine. I've known her before I've known you, James, and she's such an incredible person, so I was not surprised that she would pick such an incredible guy like you. I mean, just from being church friends to getting to know each other outside of church, you have been such a big influence in my life as far as just how intentional you are about being vulnerable and being a biblical man. And I know that Catherine is going to be lucky to have somebody to walk with her in this first stage of life and this first step of marriage through that. And I just want you to know that you have a community that rallies behind you too and support you. We are your biggest fans, and we're constantly praying over you guys and your family. So I just want to say, let's celebrate, let's have fun, love you two, and enjoy marriage.
Hey, Catherine and James, I can't believe this weekend is finally here. The weekend that you've prayed for and planned for and prepared for is here. And I'm just so excited for you both and so grateful that I get to be a part of it. James, you are getting the best girl in the world. Catherine is one of the most loyal people I know. And you're just the luckiest guy. And I know you know that, but I have to remind you. One of my favorite memories with Catherine is when we went on a cruise after our graduation. I decided that I would ask
the girls who lived in Hickory House in college to be my bridesmaids on that cruise. But a slight little problem was that I had made this like banner and wanted to put it up in our room, but I couldn't really do that with them in the room. So I snuck away when we were like laying out on the deck one day, and I said I was going to the bathroom, but I was gone for like 45 minutes, so they probably thought I had died or something. And all of a sudden I hear Catherine knocking on the door as I'm like trying to put this banner up on the ceiling with like tape. And I'm like, oh crap, okay, I can't let her know what I'm doing. I'm like, oh, just a second. And she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, just hold on. I have to turn the lights off and you can't see what I'm doing. And she goes, do you have a man in there? And I laughed so hard. And, yeah, so that's one of my favorite memories with Catherine. And then finally I, could let them come in and see. And they were like, wow, you were acting super sketchy, but thanks, we'll be your bridesmaids. So I'm so happy that it's your turn and that we're here this weekend. My prayer for you all, James and Catherine, is that you just have a community surrounding you throughout your entire life, where you can go and talk and seek wise counsel when times get hard and rough and have that support, but also people that you can go to and feel so loved and so celebrated when times are great. So yeah, that's my prayer for y'all. I love you both very much. Mwah.
Hey lovebirds, the big weekend's finally here. Excited to be a part of it, and just thankful for both of you. I love you both, and James and Catherine, it's been awesome to get to see your relationship grow. Just pray for y'all and hope the best for your relationship. And Catherine, I'm praying for you.
Hi, Catherine and James. I cannot believe that tomorrow is the big day. Catherine, we have been waiting for this practically our entire lives. And James, when you gave me that phone call this past January, while we hadn't met, and Catherine is one strong, fierce, and independent woman, I knew that she would never have let a man into her life that she didn't feel was worthwhile. And James, you have proven to be such a wonderful, upstanding man, and the two of you are great together. You're a little sassy. Catherine's a little sassy. It works so well, but you're also so loving and caring, and you're there for each other. And I cannot wait to see where this marriage takes you. And I'm so excited that I get to be along for the ride. I love you so much. Congratulations.
I want to be, as I think I always am, directly intentional. And if you know the relationship that James and I have, you know it's one that has been spent many nights just the two of us. Usually we're drinking beer. Sometimes we talk for hours, and sometimes we don't say much at all. But when we do talk, it's some of the most blunt and honest conversation you can come across. In June of 2016, I was lying on my bed at the Homewood Suites extended stay in Pensacola, Florida. I was getting ready to start my internship with Georgia Pacific, and I was in a city where I knew no one, going through the first heartbreak in my life. James is very gifted at reading people and knowing exactly what to say in any moment. So he issued me a challenge to let myself sulk and let the world bear its weight down on me, or take control of my life and take it in the direction that I wanted to go. I made my decision that night, and it has been shaping me for the last 2 years and counting. James and Catherine, tonight you've heard from many people that would sacrifice any amount of time just to converse with you. There are stories that each of us cherish about you, and those memories have an incredible impact on us, and they will last a lifetime. Some of the kind we wish we could relive, and others not so much. The two of you have already begun your journey together, and those memories are yours forever. No matter how crazy life gets, never stop having conversations. Continue to make moments that would seem a sin to break off by being present in each moment. Because even if you live to be 100, there just aren't enough days in life to constantly be solving problems or bickering or feeling anxious or fearful. It is possible to simply drop your problem, if only for a moment, and enjoy whatever is true of your life in the present. And above all else, make the most of the life that you built together. We all love you, and we wish you nothing but the best.
Hi, James and Catherine. Hope that you have a good time at the wedding, and hope that you have fun at Jamaica.
James and Catherine, take a break from your cake for just a moment. Enjoy the everyday, ordinary parts of your lives together. That's where you're going to spend most of your time. So make sure you enjoy that, just the everyday, ordinary parts of your lives. Also, you both know marriage takes compromise. And so when you're working to meet each other in the middle, and you think you've made it to the middle, go a lot further. Really excited for you both. I think you're really solid together for sure. And love you both.
Hi guys! I bet you're wondering why I'm in my bed in my pajamas. But there's actually a reason for this. It was about 11 o'clock one night when I got a text from James and it said, "I think I found the one." And that's when I almost rolled out of this bed and fell on the floor. The reason this text was so significant is ever since James graduated from college, I was ready for him to start dating and then eventually get married because I love the institution of marriage and I was excited for him to start pursuing that. So oftentimes I would have suggestions, or I'd meet a cute girl, or I'd know somebody's niece, or I'd meet somebody at the grocery store and I'd think of James and I would tell him, and there was never any interest on his part. He would just say, "Mom, I will know when I've met the one. God has somebody for me and I know that." And I knew that too. I knew God had somebody chosen for him. I'd prayed for that since he was little. But periodically I would feel God calling me to be a little eHarmony angel for him. But James was never real fond of that idea. So when I got this text, it was such a shock. He told me a couple things about her because he didn't want to be bombarded with questions. He's like, "I'm not going to tell you her name right away, but she is the editor of a law magazine and she's a twin." So within, I don't know, about 5 minutes, I creeped and I saw beautiful Catherine Ortman. And then obviously my next conversations with James, he told me more and more about her and I couldn't wait to meet Catherine. And so I took a trip to South Carolina, and I remember the first time, Catherine, I met you on James's front porch. We just had real authentic and engaging conversation. I knew right away that you were a great fit to our family, and James, you were right. God had somebody picked out special for you, and you did know right away. You knew. And I'm so excited to be here right now and to celebrate the marriage of both of you. And I love you, and I can't wait for tomorrow.
James and Catherine, I can tell you that I am just as excited today as I was the day of the proposal adventure. We are just delighted that the Lord has brought you and Catherine together. And from the first time I met you, I absolutely adored you. And that feeling for you, James, has just grown the more that I've gotten to know you. And what I think is most precious to me is I always loved from the beginning how Catherine talked about you. And that kind of let me know that you might really be the one back in over a year ago. So that was real special. And Catherine, you know that I adore you and that I'm just so happy for you. I just know that your faith and your trust in Jesus and His wonderful grace and mercy will guide you through your marriage, and just know that we're always here for you, and we're just looking so forward to your precious covenant that you will take tomorrow. Bless you, and we absolutely love you and wish you the most happiness. We're always here for you.
Good morning. So today is October the 19th, the day before the big day. And so I just wanted to wish both of you just have fun tomorrow. Don't worry about all the festival occasions and the people who've come. Just enjoy each other. It's one of those once in a lifetime things. James, I just want you to know we couldn't be happier for the person that Catherine's chosen to take as her husband, and I hope Mike and Amy are the same with what Catherine is to you. So, as the Bible says, the two shall become one, and that's what will happen tomorrow. And so, we're just really pleased with what we've seen, and we're pleased with where y'all are in your spiritual walk, and we hope you'll continue to do that. And as God blesses you and takes you on your path, we hope that you trust in Him and you seek Him for answers that you don't know the answers to. So may He guide you and direct you and bless you, and may His mercies always be everlasting. And we just thank you for everything that you've given us and the lives that the two of you have exhibited thus far. So we love you. Have fun. God bless you, and we'll always be here for you. Bye.